Well, hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of the 4 o'clock game. I hope you had a great summer, and I hope you had such stuff too. But anyways, well, it's great to be back after a summer, but hopefully with back to normal. School's in. Well, school's back for winter, okay? You know, yeah, if you want to hear Alice Cooper, yeah, school's out. Well, you know what? School is not, not anymore. He's out. It's done for summer, but now school is back for winter. That's right. Okay. Anyways, enough already. So let's before we start this thing. Okay, before we start this thing, I'm going to tell you this is a brand new Season 2 episode of the 4 o'clock game, and with new shows, new game reviews, new playthroughs, and a bunch of other stuff, all coming to you on one great program. So on today's program, I will show you a game that I actually haven't played in such a long time, and that is Gradius. Put the camera down. This game came out in 1986 for the NES, and it's made by Konami. And this game has also made Castlevania, Contra, and the other games that were made by Konami. Well, Gradius was a classic space shooter, and a lot of you people think it's a space shooter. It's one of the first of the many games in the series. There, along with the other Gradius sequels, they include Life Force for the NES and Gradius 3. There's also Gradius 3 and 4 on the PS2, which also has arcade ports of the game. So Gradius is where actually I haven't played this game. I actually beat this game with the Game Genie a long time ago. I have never beat the last boss, but it's pretty hard. Well, it keeps dying and dying and dying and dying and dying. Well, anyways, this game is pretty fun, but it's a pretty fun game to play, but it's pretty good. It's a little bit harder if you think. But it gives you a lot of good stuff when it comes to that in this 2D side-scrolling space shooter action game. And look, it says on the banner over 1 million sold in Japan. There was an arcade game that was released in Japan, but then actually when it ported onto the NES, it was fun, but it was pretty successful. But of course, Gradius is a more popular space shooter game as well. So anyways, that's our game. Well, I'll give you the object of this game if you don't know, if you remember Gradius that much. If you talk about Gradius, well, it's also about a game that you have to start off with. I'll give you this game if you want. I'll check Wikipedia for details. And it was first introduced in 1985. And look at this. I'll give you a hint. Zoom the camera a bit. Okay. And here's what it reads in Wikipedia. It was first introduced in 1985 as a make-up a series of side-scrolling space shooter video games made by Konami for a variety of portable consoles and arcade platforms. In many games in the series, the player controls a ship known as the Vic Viper. In other games in the series, the ship player controls includes the Lord British Space Destroyer, Medallion, Sable Tiger, Thrasher, Vixen, Alpina, Super Cobra, Jane Knight, and a couple other games. And the object is where you can destroy the final boss in the game. It's kind of like a brain, and it's in there. But it's a pretty good game. But if you haven't seen, it's one of the few other games that came out. But then this game was later released on the MSX PC Engine, AK TurboGrafx 16, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, and Sharp 6800. Yeah, it was known to exist in other game platforms. Of course, they made other stuff, but yeah, but in the NES game, it was pretty run. But actually, one of the few other games that were actually included in there. But well, anyways, that's Gradius. Of course, I will start playing this game, but